At age 15, I found myself 5 months pregnant, and knowing I couldn't hide my growing belly much longer, I decided it was time to tell my parents. I grew up in a straight-laced Christian home where how our family was perceived meant everything. As expected, my parents took the news hard. I was ashamed of the family name. I had let them down. My father wanted to arrange for an illegal abortion. He said he'd take my place in hell on Judgment Day. My mom was against this idea. She wanted to send me away. She had no idea where, just away, forever. I was taken out of school, not allowed to attend church anymore. I was hidden away within the walls of our home while my parents decided what they'd do with me. I didn't know pregnant teenagers had options. All I knew were the two my parents placed before me, and neither of these were what I wanted for my child. I found the following words pouring out of my mouth without fully understanding the impact they would hold over the rest of my life. "I'll give the baby up for adoption," I said. Open adoption. I knew I'd choose the family I wanted for my baby, and after the baby was born, I'd have contact through pictures and letters only. It's hard to sum up in a few words the countless days I spent contemplating adoption and choosing a family based on photo albums. I studied the photos and family histories each album depicted, but I knew it was just that, a glimpse into the lives of a family and their reasons as to why I should choose them to raise my child. I weighed each family intensely and tried to imagine my child living with each couple. Jim and Anna were the parents I chose. Anna had blonde hair like mine, and her body frame was like mine. Jim was a successful chiropractor, so I knew they had enough money to give my child a comfortable life. Their album brought to life intimate details about their family and the pain behind their inability to conceive a child. "Dear birth mother," the first page read, "we've been married for almost 10 years. For the past 5, we've been very interested in starting a family. Family is a great source of happiness for both of us. We tried to imagine what a birth mother would want to know about the people raising her child. We hope you find the parents you're looking for in the following pages." Laid before me were pictures of their lives, their families and work, pictures of the nursery, blueprints of their home, a letter from each parent, and a letter from their best friends. Seeing the time, creativity, and love poured into this album, I knew my baby belonged with them. In a hospital lobby on St. Patrick's Day, 1994, I met with Jim and Anna. I asked them, "Are you ready to meet your son?" "Let's sit and talk a few minutes first," Anna replied. Jim said, "I can't imagine how hard this must be for you." I couldn't speak. Sensing this, Anna sincerely said, "My wonderful day of joy has arrived, but I know it's a bittersweet day for you." Too nervous and choked up to produce any words, I nodded my head in agreement. "Have you chosen a name yet?" Anna asked. The names I chose were on the tip of my tongue, but I had already decided to let them choose. My adoption caseworker told me to let the adopting parents choose the name. She told me it would spare me grief in case they decided to change it. "No," I said, "I want you to choose the name." Anna and Jim locked eyes, while mine diverted to the floor in an attempt to disappear amidst the awkward silence that lingered. I felt both their eyes shift to me as Anna finally broke the dead air. "Alyssa, if it's okay with you, we'd like to name him Levi. Do you know the story about the 12 tribes of Israel?" Jim asked. I nodded my head while scanning my brain for the biblical story, fearful my response might be wrong. But without waiting for an answer, Jim said, "The Levites were separated from their homeland. The Egyptians no longer wanted the Israelites in their land, and Moses, from the family of Levi, led the Israelites to the Promised Land. Along the way, God separated the Levites from the other tribes to serve a specific, special purpose. Levi means attached or joined, and your baby is leaving his homeland to join a different tribe and serve a special purpose. Is the name Levi okay with you?" Anna asked. "Yes," I said, smiling. "Levi is just fine with me." Levi. I cradled his tiny, warm body in my arms. I breathed in his soft baby smell, knowing this would be the last time I'd smell him. I tried to memorize every detail on his tiny face. I sent all the love in my heart straight to his and whispered, "Never forget I love you." I placed my lips on his crinkled forehead, giving him one last kiss. Without taking my eyes off his face, I stood up and slowly walked towards Anna. Her arms were locked, ready to receive the baby she'd awaited so many years. I placed my baby in the arms of another mother and let go. A lump formed in my throat, acting as a dam to my tears. I told myself, I will not cry, not here, not now, not in their happiest day. I'm 37 years old now, and I have 2 other children, Emma and Reed, ages 13 and 12. I was 15 when I found out I was pregnant, 16 when I placed Levi in the arms of his new mother. Within 6 weeks of Levi's birth, Jim and Anna made the decision to allow more than pictures and letters. They felt comfortable with me and decided Levi would be better growing up with his birth mother in the picture. I remember one visit to their home when Levi was 1. Anna handed me Levi and the car keys and asked me to go to the store to pick up her prescription. They don't think I'm going to run away with him, I thought to myself. They do trust me. When Levi was 3 years old, he asked questions that I didn't anticipate answering until he was a teenager. Why'd you give me away? Do you love me? Do you care about me? Do you think about me? I answered each of his questions age appropriately and was surprised that he accepted each answer without harsh judgment. Today, Levi is 21 years old. I know I sound like most moms bragging about their children, but truly, Levi is an amazing, handsome, intelligent, and thoughtful young man. He knows where he came from and why he was placed with another family. What shapes a person to be who they are? Is it nature or nurture? Perhaps it's both. Levi has 2 mothers, and he knows he's loved by both. On the first Mother's Day after Levi's birth, I received flowers. The card read, "Forever in your debt, Anna." I am also forever in her debt. She raised an amazing young man. When people find out you're a birth mother, the first question they usually ask you is why you gave your baby up. I did not give my baby up. I placed him with a loving family because I wanted my child to have a better life than the life that I could offer him. I've heard birth mothers are selfish, that they give their children away because they're self-absorbed. No mother goes through hormone changes, morning sickness, everlasting stretch marks, saggy skin, and the pain of childbirth for themselves. They do it for their child. They do it so this little life can be a huge part of theirs. Birth mothers are no different, with one exception. Birth mothers do not raise the reward. They endure the permanent body changes and live through the heartache and grief to give life to a child and a world to a family. Listen to your birth mother and know you are not just given up. Listen to your birth mother and know you are worth every moment of pain and grief. Levi, listen to both your mothers and know you are wanted and are loved.